Good morning. It is Thursday, March 20th, 2025, back here for another daily shakeup. And today I want to talk about clarity, confusion, and chaos, especially in leadership, and especially as it relates to how we communicate with others or end up failing to communicate as clearly as we thought we did, resulting in confusion on the receiver's part and ultimately creating chaos in terms of the people involved, the processes involved, what needs to be accomplished, what was intended, unintended, etc. So here's the problem, and I'll just start with myself. When I'm thinking about things and then subsequently communicating those things to others in the form of guidance, direction, whatever the form is, I'm typically really clear in my head what I'm thinking, how I got there, the context of how I got there, the context of the situation, and what I intend to communicate. Here's the problem. Not everyone, in fact, almost no one, is in my head. So the people that I'm communicating with, directing, guiding, offering something to, having a conversation with, they were not part of my thought process unless I share some of that thought process. They can't possibly have the exact same context that I do unless I provide some context. And they're not in my head formulating the thoughts. They're just receiving the end result of all of this context and consideration and thought. They get the end. And for me, it typically comes, I'm thinking, this is really clear. But then often I discover it wasn't clear. And it could have been that someone missed something. That is true. But as leaders, we take responsibility. I take responsibility for the impacts I have and the outcomes of my actions, which means that if it wasn't clear to the receiver or a group of receivers, then I start with me. What could I have done differently next time? And am I willing to take responsibility for that? So the point is this, we're always clear in our own head, or at least nearly always, I would hope so. But it's never as clear to the receiver unless we've provided that additional context, some degree of the thought process we went through to get there. Now, you may say, well, that takes extra time. Yes, it does. But here's the thing. What do you want? Do you want to take a little more time and get clear communication, which means clear follow through, which means more likely completion and successful execution of whatever's being communicated? Or do you want to create confusion and chaos by going fast? Just remember this. It may be clear to you, but that doesn't mean it's clear to them.